Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Now I am dealing with 6th class maths, practical geometry and drawing angles using protractor. So suppose they have asked you to draw angle PQR is equal to 40 degrees. How you need to draw? First what you have to do, you should draw a ray. We call it as a ray. First you draw a ray. See, angle PQR, the center letter you take, that is Q. So here you should have the letter Q. And you can write here R. Now what you have to do by using protractor, take the protractor and this protractor you have to keep at the Q, the center of the protractor at the Q. So which side the line is there, that side 0, because protractor is having two zeros. So 1 0 here, 1 0 here. So which 0 you have to take, that is your question. So always remember that where you have kept the middle one and where this line is going, the ray, that 0 you have to take. From this 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So at 40, keep a point and then draw a line. So this is the construction of an angle making 40 degrees. So Q, this is Q, this is R, and here you can keep P. PQR is 40 degrees. So if you are writing the steps, what are the steps you will write first? Draw QR ray. After drawing QR ray, second one, using protractor, what you have to do, you have to place the center of the protractor on Q. And the third one, locate a point P making 40 degrees at Q. Then fourth point, join PQ. Fifth point, angle PQR is the required angle. This is how you need to draw the angles, children. Please note it down. This is how you are going to do the construction by using protractor. Please do it by yourself, children. Now the next part is constructing a copy of an angle of unknown measure. You don't know the measure. Suppose they have given an angle like this. Here and this is an angle given to you. Let me write A, B, C. An angle is given to you. Same angle you are going to construct on the other side without using the protractor. How you need to do it? By using compass. So first what you have to do is, first you have to draw a ray. Let me write O here and let me write P here, OP ray. And after writing OP ray, taking some angle in the protractor with A as a center, what you need to do is you have to draw an arc. The arc should intersect these two at 2 points. Let me write these points as D and E. These are the 2 points where the arc is intersecting. Now, without changing this measure, compass you should not change. O as a center, you have to draw an arc like this. O as a center, an arc you have to draw in this way. The arc should touch it at one point. So it is actually whiteboard slippery. So procedure use it, children. Now what you have to do is D as a center and extend it till E, D to E. So this is the position D and E. Now with this point as a center, you have to cut an arc like this. So if you consider this point as X and this point as Y. Now what you need to do? You have to join O and X and OQ. So whatever is the measure of this angle, the same will be the measure of the angle, this angle also. So this you will be getting if you do properly in your notebook, children. So what are the steps here that we have done? First, what you have taken, what is given angle is angle CAB is given angle. So first what I have done, draw OP ray. After drawing OP ray, what did we do? We have taken A as center with some radius, we have drawn an arc which is intersecting AB at D and AC at E. That point we have to write. A as a center with some radius. Draw an arc to cut AB at D and AC at E, AB ray and AC ray. So this is what you have done, second point. And what did you do, the third one? O as a center with the same radius. Draw an arc. O as center with the same radius, you have drawn an arc. Then X as a center. And what is the radius? DE as a radius. DE as radius. Cut the previous arc at Y. Then fifth point, draw OQ ray through Y. And sixth point, angle POQ is the required angle. So this is how you need to construct an angle when another angle without any measurement is given to you. Just by using the compass and scale, you are going to do the construction same as that of that. It is a replica of this. You have copied actually this angle here. So please note it down. Now the next part is to construct a bisector or construction to bisect a given angle. An angle is given to you. How will you bisect that angle? So suppose this is the angle given. Let me write this as A, this point as A, this point as B, and here C. Angle ABC is given to you. You need to do the bisector. Bisector means which divides this angle into two equal halves. How you should do it? For the bisector to do, what you need to do is you have to take A as a center with some radius. You have to draw an arc like this. With A as a center, an arc should be drawn like this. And this arc is intersecting at a point. Let me take this as M and this as N. Now what you need to do is M as a center, more than half of Mn as radius. What did I do? More than half of Mn as radius. What I need to do is I should draw an arc like this, and without disturbing the compass, N as a center, you have to cut this arc like this. So let us name this point as O. Now what I should do? I should draw AD ray AD through O. This AD is the bisector of angle BAC. The angle is divided into exactly two halves with this construction. So, what are the steps given? First point, construct angle CAB with the given measures. With the given measure, whatever measure they have asked. If they ask you to draw an angle of 60 degrees, you have to construct 30 degrees, you have to construct. So whatever is the measure that is given, with that you have to construct the angle. After drawing that, after constructing that, A as center with some radius, draw an arc to intersect AB at AB at M and AC ray at N. Okay. Third point, M as a center more than half of Mn as radius. Draw an arc. Fourth one, N as a center with the same radius, cut the previous arc at O. Fifth point, draw AD through O. Sixth point, AD bisects angle CAB. These are all the steps of construction for these children. How to construct the bisector. It is very, very important because in your higher classes, you will be getting constructions where you need to bisect the given angle. So, be careful, children. With this vertex as a center, draw a big arc. The arc intersects the given two rays at 2 points. One point as center, more than half of this as radius. Draw an arc with the same radius, n as center. Cut the previous arc and join the line. That will give you the bisector of the given angle. Please do it in your book. You will definitely get it. Now exercise 13.4. First one, draw the following angles with the help of a protractor. So first one, let me take angle ABC is equal to 60 degrees. Always concentrate on the center letter, that is B. So you have to draw a ray with B C ray. Now what you have to do? You have to keep the protractor, the center of the protractor at B, and you have to take 60 degrees. This is 50 and this is 60. 60 degrees array. So this is this one is angle ABC, which is 60 degrees. So what are the steps that you are writing for it? First one, draw BC ray. And second one, keeping protractor at B, keeping the center of the protractor at B. You have to draw BA ray. Okay, 60 degrees at B. Now the third one is angle ABC is equal to 60 degrees. So fourth one, angle ABC is the required angle. So write down this, children. This is for angle 60 degrees. Now second one, angle PQR is equal to 136 degrees. So what you do, see center one Q. So first what you have to do, you have to draw a ray Q and R. So steps I did not change. I am only going to change the letters here so that it will be easy to learn these steps without any confusion. The same steps you can write. Okay, children, only the letters I am changing. Here also, this I should change. That's all. Okay. Now, what you need to do, keeping protractor at Q 136 degrees. See, children, this is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. This is 136. So, I have to draw a ray. This is the ray that I will get. This is PQR 136 degrees. So first what I should write, draw QR ray, keeping the center of the protractor at Q. And what else I have done? Keeping the center of the protractor at Q, draw at Q. I'll write the steps again, otherwise. Keeping the center of the protractor at Q, draw QP ray, making 136 degrees at Q, and QP ray making 136 degrees at Q. So angle PQR is equal to 136 degrees. Angle PQR is equal to 136 degrees. So angle PQR is the required angle. Okay, this is about 136. And let us see the next one, that is third one. I'll write steps totally mentioned. You might confuse if I rub like that. So angle Y 45 degrees. Angle Y means what, children? The center one Y. The center letter. Vertex is Y. So let me draw Y and Z, a ray, and then keeping the center at Y 45 degrees. So 30, 40, 45 is here. This is 45. So let me take it as X, Y, Z. This is 45 degrees. So what are the steps? First one, draw YZ ray. Second one, keeping the center of the protractor at Y, draw Y X-ray making 45 degrees at Y. Third one, angle X, Y, Z is equal to angle Y is equal to 45 degrees. So we'll say that angle Y is the required angle. These are the steps for this construction, children. Note it down. Now the next one is angle O. Angle O is 172 degrees. Angle O is 172 degrees. So let us see how it has to be drawn. Angle O 104th bit, angle O 172 degrees. So let me draw a ray OQ. Now O as center, I should keep the protractor 172, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 172 is here. So obtuse angle, children. So carefully see this. This is an angle I have got. Let me call it as P. This is the angle 172 degrees. It's almost looking like a straight line. So a straight line is 180 degrees. So only 8 degrees less for it. So it is almost looking like a straight line. So steps. Draw the first step here. Draw OQ ray. Second step, keeping the center of the protractor at O. Draw OP ray making 172 degrees at O. Third point, angle PO, angle POQ. Angle POQ is equal to 172 degrees. So fourth one, angle POQ is equal to angle O is the required angle. So these are the constructions you have got in the first bit, children. All the four I have done. Go through it. So actually the second one is copy the following angles in your notebook and find their bisectors. Copying means what you have to do is you have to measure that angle with the help of protractor in your textbook, and you have to do, children. But that I am unable to do it. Here I cannot measure and do it. So that is why what I am doing is approximately I am drawing an angle. He is asking to copy. Copy means what? You are not supposed to use this protractor. What you have to do? You have to use the scale, first construction which I have taught. In that way, you have to do it. You have to use scale and compass and you need to do it. So let me write this some name, let me give to it. Then let me call this as POQ is the angle. The same angle I should copy it here and I have to bisect it. So how should I copy it? First what I need to do, I have to draw a ray. Let me take this as A, this is B. AB ray I am taking. Then what you have to do, O as center with some radius, O as center with some radius, you have to draw an arc like this upon it with the same radius without disturbing the compass. Here also you have to draw an arc like this. Now let me take this as x and y and this point as M. Now what you have to do, keeping this radius, the pointer of the compass at x and producing it up to y, you are taking the radius of x and y. This is the radius. Now M as a center, I should cut this arc at this point. Now let me write it as N. Now what I should do? I should join A and M, A and N. So CAB is the angle which is equal to that of POQ. Now what I need to do? I have to draw the bisector of this. So what I'll do, I don't need to draw another arc as I said earlier for bisector because already the arc is there. M as a center, more than half of Mn as radius. More than half of Mn as radius. I should draw an arc here with the same radius, N as a center. I should cut it. So these two are intersecting at a point. Let me call this as O. Now, if I join A and O and draw a ray E, AE is the bisector of AE AE is the bisector of angle CAB. So when you need to write the steps of these two together we need to write. So let me write steps here. First one, draw AB ray and second point is O as center with some radius, draw an arc to intersect OQ at X and OY at y. OP at y. Then A as a center with the same radius, draw an arc. Next, fourth one. Draw an arc intersecting AB. Intersecting AB at M. AB ray at M. Next, M as center, XY as radius, cut the previous arc at N. Now, fifth point, draw AC ray through N. Okay. Now, sixth one is angle CAB is the required angle. We have got this. Now we need to write about the bisector AE. So, seventh point, M as a center more than half of MN as radius, draw an arc. Eighth one, N as a center with the same radius, cut the previous arc at O. Ninth point, draw AE ray through O. And 10th point, let me draw a line like this. 10th point, AE bisects angle CAB. So, in case in the examination, if they ask you to write the steps, you follow these steps, children. Otherwise, just do the construction. That is more than enough for you. Okay. The same type of steps you need to write for other constructions also. One is acute angle and one is obtuse angle and another one is another. This is also acute. Another one is also another acute angle. We are going to do that one by one. Please note it down. Now the other angles, children, I'll just explain you how you need to do. Steps of construction, it's lengthy. In case if they ask you in the examination, you write. Otherwise, just do the construction. And another bit, second bit, I have got an angle in this way. Okay, this is little bit less than that of the measure in the earlier case. So, let me write this as A, B, C. So, What you need to do? First, you have to draw a ray. Let me take O, P as a ray. Now, then what you need to do? A as a center with some radius. You are going to draw an arc like this. With the same radius, O as a center, you are drawing an arc. Now, let us call this as X and Y and this point as M. Now, X as a center, reduce it up to X. And the same thing, you have to take same radius, M as a center. You have to draw an arc upon it. That is N. And join ON. So this is the angle POQ. Now you need to bisect it. M as a center, more than half of MN as radius, one arc, and N as a center, the same radius, you have to cut the arc. So this arc I should draw more so that it will cut this arc at a point. Now what you need to do, let me call this as O. Then draw this OR. This OR is the bisector. OR is the bisector of angle POQ. So you have drawn the same angle and you have done the construction. Please note it down. This is one way. Steps I am not giving children, they are very lengthy. I think the construction is quite enough for you. Now, the other figure is an obtuse angle. So this is an obtuse angle. A, B, C. So let me take O, P here. Now with some radius, A as a center with some radius, I should draw an arc. This will intersect at two different points, that is X and Y. Now with the same radius what you have taken here, with the same radius without disturbing it, O as a center, you have to draw an arc like this. Now X as a center, X, Y as a radius. This is the radius. From this point as a center, I should cut an arc like this. So this is M and this is N. Now I have to join O and N. So this is the angle that you have got it here. This is the copying of the angle, and after that bisector M as a center, more than half of Mn as radius. One arc I should draw like this, and N as a center, I should draw another arc to cut it. Let me take it as O, and sorry, O is already here now. So let me call it as X. Now join. This is POQ is the angle which is equal to angle BAC, and OX ray or OR ray is the bisector of this angle. This is how you need to do the bisector for this. And you have one more construction, children. Please note it down. I hope I am clear and you have followed me. In that way you have to do this construction. And the next one is you have got an acute angle, a very small angle like this. It is a very small angle. Let me call this as A, B, C. So first you have to draw a copy of it. So draw. This is O. This is P. Now with some radius A as a center, you have to draw an arc. With the same radius O as a center, you have to draw another arc. So if these two are X and Y and this point is M. Now M as a center and XY as a radius. This is XY. XY as a radius. So what you have to do? M as a center and XY as a radius. You have to draw an arc like this. This you call it as N, and join. POQ, which is a replica of this angle. Now you need to bisect it. M as a center, more than half of Mn as a radius, one arc, and N as a center, another arc upon it. Let me call this point as R, and I am joining O and R. So this is the bisector of this. So how to construct, I have given children steps. I have given only for the first bit. In case if they ask you, write down the steps. Otherwise, just you find the bisectors, and this is enough, children. Please note it down. With this, I am concluding my topic. In the next class, I will do the next part.